Good morning, students, and I'm very happy to see you all at the weekend. That means you have been busy all throughout the week learning different subjects and busy with your homework, busy with your classwork, busy with your class test. And now here we are again with the Saturday class, that is spoken English. And in the last class or the previous class, Shani teacher taught all of us how we can use the simple sentences into functional English or spoken English. And I'm sure that all of you might have done your homework, what teacher has sent to you and sent to your English class teacher. And if you are not done, children, one more chance for you. Today you can do it together and send to your class teacher the written work as well as the audio message. Good. And students, those who are done, you have done very well improving your languages. Keep it up. Now, when we speak of speaking English, we always need to learn correct grammar. And when you think of English grammar, what comes to your mind? Verb, noun, pronoun, again a step ahead. What do you think? Present tense, past tense and future tense. Basically tense. Students, among these three tenses, today we will be focusing on simple present tense. How can we use this simple present tense? So before learning how can we use, we need to know the rules, the subject, the verb and the sentences. So let's get into this simple present tense and learn and see. So before I start with the real class, let us see this video clip how the simple present tense is used in our daily living. Simple present. What are verb tenses? Verb tenses show the time that an action takes place. The simple present is a verb tense. We use the simple present tense for repeated actions. Repeated actions happen over and over again. For example, I eat breakfast every day. I read in bed every night. I always study after school. Verb forms. Simple present verbs have two forms, base verb and verb subjects. Which form do we use? That depends on the subject of the sentence. Subjects can be pronouns. Subjects can also be nouns, people, places and things. Subject pronouns. We use a base verb when the subject pronoun is I, we, you or they. I walk to school every day. You always drink coffee. We sometimes eat dessert. They study every night. We use the verb plus s when the subject pronoun is he, she or it. He reads a newspaper on the weekend. She takes the bus to work in the morning. It sleeps on the couch every day. Subject nouns. We use a base verb when the subject noun is plural. The students take the bus to school. My parents drink coffee every morning. We use the verb plus es when the subject noun is singular. The student walks to school every day. My dog always sleeps on my bed. We also use verb plus es when the subject noun is non-count, uncountable. Snow falls from the sky in winter. My hair grows quickly. Now let's practice. Look at the picture and say or write a simple present tense. For example, she does coffee every day. She drinks coffee every day. Now you try. I dash the bus every day.
I take the bus every day. He always dash breakfast. He plus verb plus yes. So it is he always eats breakfast. They dash to the park on the ground. It is plural. So they plural form means they plus verb. So they walk to the park on the weekend. The student dash a book every morning. It is singular. That means student. So what will come over there? Reads. The students dash after school. Study is the verb. It's plural. So what will come there? The students study after school.
Simple present tense. Simple present tense and present continuous tense, there is a difference. What's the difference? Simple present tense is used for repeated actions, the actions which are done over and over again. But present continuous tense is used for present progressive. It is also known as present progressive. That means the action that is happening now, just now, going on. For that we call as present continuous tense. For example, I am working, I am studying, I am playing, I am going. So these are the actions just now it is happening. Whereas simple present tense is used for something temporary, something general, something not happening at this moment, but regular it is happening but not happening at this moment. It's also a permanent action. For example, children, I work, I eat. But if I am eating while the action of eating is going on now, then it becomes present continuous tense. I am eating, I am working. Or else it will become I eat, I work. Hope you understand the difference between both the tenses. Simple present tense and present continuous tense. The difference is how the difference comes is that the idea or the way we say it, that makes the difference between the present simple present tense and present continuous tense. Now, where do we use this? Which are the situations? The situation in which we use this simple present tense are permanent ones. The action which are permanent. The action which are taking place routine, regularly. And the facts, the truth, which never changes. And also for schedules and for frequencies. Let's see one example for each of these situations. Permanent. He always works at bank, or he always comes on time. It is permanent. And he live in Devala. It is not going to change. He is not going to change tomorrow to Gudalur or day after tomorrow to Uti. He is living in Devala every day. Then routine means regularly. That is, I wake up at 6 o'clock. I go to bed at 9:30. So these are routine works. Other one is facts. The other situation is facts. The sun rises in the east. The sun sets in the west. So these are the things. It's always truth. Universal truth we call it. Next one is schedules. Schedules means the timing, the frequency. That means our class starts at 9 o'clock. The bus goes at 3 o'clock. That means regularly the bus goes at 3 o'clock. Our class also starts at 9 o'clock every day. Frequency means how often the things are taking place. See the example, children, here. She always takes the bus at 3 o'clock. He comes by bicycle. Means often. Frequency means how often the actions are taking place. So, hope you understand now in which are the situations the simple present tense is used. And we use this in ordinary daily conversations. Now let's get into the rules or to know for which subject, which verb and how the verb is also used in it. Look at that, children. Subject, when we see already Shalini Miss has taught you in the last class, first person singular, first person plural, second person singular, second person plural, third person singular and third person plural. Now let's see once again a revision to you. Look at the subjects. I is first person singular and we is first person plural. You is first person singular and first person plural also we use the same word. Then he, she, it is third person singular. Which is the third person plural? They. So hope you understand. So we keep it like this so that it's easy for you now. I, you, we, they. Then we keep only third person singular, that is he, she, it. We go this order so that the verbs what we use also, it is mostly used for the first part what I told you, that is I, you, we, they. It's the same type of, same way we use the verb. But whereas third person singular for present, simple present tense, the verb form changes. Okay, well, slight changes, that is he, she, it will have always added with the verb plus s or verb plus es, depends upon the verb which we are using. Now look at, let's take the verb work. So the rule is like this, children, for simple present tense, subject plus verb plus and whatever way we use it, the rest of the sentence. Look at the first one. I work. Repeat after me. I work. You work. We work. They work. Now third person singular we are coming. So we are going to add with the verb work yes. That is the correct rule for the simple present tense. For the third person singular. He works. She works. It works. Hope you understood the rules now. Simple thing, children. There is nothing complicated in this simple present tense. You have to remember the subjects I, you, we, they will have same type of the way we use the verb. Third person singular, he, she, it will have a slight difference with the verb. That is verb, with the verb we add es or es. So it is works. Now you need to repeat these subjects along with this subject. You can use any of the verb which we are using permanently, routinely, or facts or the schedules, or you can also use the frequencies and form the sentences by yourselves. That is, say something about your routine always that you do, so that you need to get practiced. Now another important thing that you are going to learn is, children, how these present tense has different form. How do we form that? You see there, positive, negative, question form. So positive form, negative form and question form. The positive form first. See the positive form. Here also we keep the same way the subject. Okay, same way the subjects we keep in the order so that it's easy for you to learn the rules. I, we, you, they. Now in the positive form it will be the same verb I am using for you so that it gives clarity to you. I, we, you, they, it will be work. Okay, and he, she, it, they, what will say? Works. Very good. So I work, we work, you work, they work. He works, she works, it works. It's understood now? Now look at the negative form. Negative form of simple present tense is like this. Negative is always coming with the helping verb, that is do. Helping verb is do. So how it can be negative? Now the same verb work we are going to use with the negative form. We can use in both the form. One is a contraction, that means short form of the do, and another one is the full form. Full form of the do is do not. For negative, do not. Short form or contraction is called as a don't. So do not and don't. Do not is a full form, don't is the short form. That's what you are going to use. Now look at the first one, how I am going to use. I do not work, it's a full form. I don't work, that's the short form or contraction. Is that clear to you? So let's do it in the same way. I do not work, I don't work. We do not work, we don't work. You do not work, you don't work. They do not work, they don't work. Am I clear to you? Now you do it for the third person singular. He, then how it will come? Okay, let me tell you. So this do is the form of negative form. That's a helping verb form, simple form do. Now how it will change into simple present tense? We have to add es for third person singular, I told you. So how it will come? Do plus es. So how it will be? Does. So full form of is does not. Then in the short form or contraction form is what it is? Doesn't. So he does not work or he doesn't work. She does not work or she doesn't work. It does not work or it doesn't work. Is that understood? So how do we write that form? We take off the do we write, then we take off the O from not. So do not. Do not, in that we take off the O. Then it will become short form and we use it. Is that clear to all of you children? Okay. Very good. Now you have understood the positive form, negative form. Now we move towards the question form. In the question form also we are using the helping verb do. So how do we use that? Do I work? Do you work? So the helping verb will come first. Always the question word will come first for the question, formation of the question that you have already learned. So how it will come? Do I work? Do you work? Do we work? Do they work? Now third person singular, do you remember how it is? Yes, correct. Do will be changed into does. So does she work? Does he work? Does it work? Am I clear to you children? Good. Now you know how to give the short answers also. So for example, how we can use do they need help? They do. That is positive form. In the negative form, how we will say? No, they don't. That is the short form or contraction form. You know it, isn't it? Does he speak English? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Is that clear to you? So you have learned positive form, negative form, question form of using this simple present tense. Now I give you your homework students. All of you must send us the audio message of taking three simple verbs. Okay, for example, you take three verbs: study, play, eat. These three verbs all of you are going to take, and you will use all the subject. That means first person plural singular, second person singular plural, third person singular plural, and you will write the verb. How the verb form will change. So which are the verbs I told you now? You have to take. And you should also use that in positive, negative and question form. So you will write it in the notebook also, and you will send us audio message also. Send the audio message as well as the writing. Separate English notebook. Shalini Miss also told, I have also told. So all the 6th AB children and 7th AB section children, all of you, you will write this in your English spoken English notebook with the date. Which date you will write? 21st 8 2021. Then you will write there simple present tense. Then you will write homework. Then you will write all the subject. I, you, we, they, then he, she, it, and which form. Whichever verb you want to use. So like that, three verbs you will be using. And same way, for that same verb, you will also make positive form, negative form, question form. Am I clear to you children? One verb, that work is the verb I use. I will do that. How you have to do? Same way you will do other verbs also, and you will send it to me. And also practice every day at home. You use this simple present tense, because daily we are doing so many things. From brushing onwards, getting ready onwards, eating onwards, sleeping, studying, playing, cooking, all this, speaking, all these verbs are every day used. So mostly we are in the present tense, simple present tense we are using. So children, please get practice. Every day you speak with your mom, speak with your dad. They can also learn English from you. English is not something difficult subject. I know that you all understand. So make use of this chance and practice it. And strictly I want all the students 6th and 7th should send the homework written page, taken a photo to your class, English teacher, as well as spoken as audio to your English teacher. Thank you students. Get practiced and we can be good communicator in English. All the best for everyone and wish you a good weekend. Thank you students.
the present simple for a fact and when it's true. I know that you are lovely and you know that I love you. You use the present simple when you talk of frequency. I often say I'm busy, but you always say you're free. You use the present simple to make the past more real. So he sits down, picks up his fork and says, enjoy your meal. You use the present simple for something that depends. If you find it hard to understand, I'll explain again. And sometimes you can use it for a scheduled future time. The train arrives at 8, then it leaves at 9:30. You use it for an action that you see. He shoots, he scores, that's 3. The simple present needs a little exertion. You need to add an S to the third person. The simple present will make you proud. Just don't use it for something that's happening right now. You need to make a question, you use the word do. Do you like this? Do you want that? And then what do you do? Do becomes a does with he, she or it. Like does it walk? Does she talk? Does he babysit? The negative of do is don't. The negative of does is doesn't. The verb to be is a bit bizarre with am, is and are. The simple present needs a little exertion. You need to add an S to the third person. The simple present will make you proud. Just don't use it for something that's happening right now. Don't use it for something that's happening right now. No, don't use it for something that's happening right now.